Laura Wilson introduced herself as a relatable, hard-working college student balancing online classes and farm life, quickly capturing the admiration of a growing audience. Her videos painted a vivid picture of sunlit fields, thriving crops, and a life rooted in authenticity. To many, she embodied the ideal modern farmer: independent, resilient, and inspiring. But beneath that polished exterior lay a far more complicated reality. What began as an aspirational online presence would soon unravel into a story filled with pressure, hidden truths, and emotional strain. Her journey reveals how easily perception can diverge from reality in the digital age, especially when identity becomes intertwined with public expectation and performance. The rise of a farming icon. Over several years, Laura built a powerful online brand centered on farm life, resilience, and self-made success. Her content featured growing crops, daily routines, and moments of joy that resonated with viewers seeking simplicity and authenticity. Her animals, her land, and her energetic storytelling created a loyal fan base that believed deeply in her journey. She was seen not just as a creator, but as a symbol of a new generation redefining agriculture. However, as her influence expanded, so did the expectations placed upon her. The image she created became less of a reflection of reality and more of a carefully maintained narrative. The confession that changed everything. The turning point came during a podcast appearance when Laura openly admitted that her seemingly perfect life was, in many ways, a facade. Her statement, raw and unfiltered, shocked audiences and spread rapidly across social media platforms. For the first time, she acknowledged the emotional toll of maintaining an idealized persona. The confession shattered the illusion many had believed in for years. Supporters praised her honesty and vulnerability, while critics accused her of deception. What was once a story of inspiration quickly turned into a heated debate about authenticity, trust, and the responsibilities of influencers in shaping public perception. Social media, eruption, and public divide. Following her confession, online communities erupted with discussion, speculation, and judgment. Viral hashtags, trending topics, and countless posts dissected every aspect of Laura's life and content. Audiences split into opposing camps: those who empathized with her struggle and those who felt betrayed by what they saw as years of misrepresentation. Platforms became battlegrounds of opinion, with debates extending beyond Laura herself to question the authenticity of influencer culture as a whole. The intensity of the reaction highlighted how deeply audiences invest in digital personalities, often blurring the line between entertainment and perceived reality in ways that can be difficult to reconcile. Media amplification and industry shockwaves. Mainstream media outlets quickly picked up the story, or amplifying its reach and significance. Headlines framed Laura's confession as a defining moment, not just for her career but for the broader farming influencer community. Analysts and commentators began examining the implications of her admission, questioning how many other creators might be presenting similarly curated realities. The situation evolved into a larger conversation about transparency, ethics, and accountability in content creation. What initially appeared to be a personal revelation transformed into an industry-wide moment of reckoning, forcing creators to reconsider how they present their lives and engage with their audiences moving forward. A childhood shaped by pressure behind Laura's online persona was a childhood marked by discipline, responsibility, and emotional complexity. Growing up on a large, demanding farm, she was introduced to hard work at an early age. Expectations were high, and mistakes were not easily tolerated. Her father's strict approach emphasized productivity and resilience, leaving little room for emotional expression. Meanwhile, her mother's struggles with mental health created an environment lacking consistent emotional support. These formative experiences shaped Laura's understanding of success, identity, and self-worth, laying the groundwork for the internal conflicts she would later face as her public and private lives began to diverge significantly. The burden of early responsibility. From a young age, Laura was expected to master complex agricultural tasks and contribute meaningfully to the family farm. While her peers experienced a more traditional childhood, she was immersed in responsibilities that demanded maturity and precision. Learning to operate machinery, manage resources, and respond to environmental challenges became part of her daily routine. These experiences built resilience, but also reinforced a belief that her value was tied to performance and productivity. As she grew older, this mindset carried into her online presence, where success was sought, measured in views, engagement, and the ability to maintain an image of competence and control. Crisis, sacrifice, and turning points. A major agricultural crisis during her teenage years forced Laura to make difficult sacrifices, including stepping away from school to support her family. Economic hardship and environmental challenges placed immense pressure on the farm, and by extension, on her. This period became a defining chapter in her life, reinforcing the idea that survival required constant effort and personal sacrifice. It also deepened her connection to the farm while intensifying the emotional strain she carried. These experiences later influenced how she presented her story online, often emphasizing perseverance while omitting the more painful and complicated aspects of her journey. Rebuilding after the fallout. In the aftermath of her confession, Laura faced the daunting task of rebuilding both her career and her sense of self. She chose to adopt a more transparent approach, openly acknowledging her background, resources, and the support she had received. This shift marked a significant departure from her earlier narrative of independence and self-made success. While her audience became smaller, it also became more understanding and supportive. By embracing honesty, she began to regain trust and redefine her identity beyond the constraints of her previous persona, focusing on authenticity rather than perfection in both her content and personal life. Conclusion: a reflection on truth and identity. Laura Wilson's story serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities behind digital personas. It illustrates how easily curated narratives can blur the line between reality and illusion, and how the pressure to maintain an image can lead to emotional and psychological strain. Her journey, from admiration to controversy and ultimately to self-awareness, highlights the importance of authenticity in an increasingly digital world. More broadly, it challenges audiences to question what they see online and to recognize the human experiences behind every polished image. In the end, her story is not just about one individual, but about the evolving relationship between truth, identity, and social media,